If y'all want to join in on the live, let me know. Well, I just sent out a few requests. I still can't see you. But it's all good. This shit is crazy, man. Instagram is on some fuck shit. A lot of times when it keeps doing that, like you gotta like. Sometimes it makes people you gotta upgrade or update your IG app. Yeah, so I had to do that a few times. Exit out or whatever. But Rhonda, what up, Rhonda? So right now we're talking about I don't care. And I was having a conversation with someone earlier today, and it kind of really didn't really make sense. I guess they didn't understand what I was saying. So you ever like when someone says, first of all, tell the people who you are. I bet.
Oh, hey everybody, I'm Flossy So Bossy. I'm from the borough that's thorough. And I'm here for all things factual. What's the actual topic? Oh, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. Miss Kid, what's going on, Miss Kid? So like when do you find that when people say they don't care, that they're truly genuine about it? Hey, Miss Kid.
Hey, what up, y'all? Hey, Miss Kia. Hey, Flossy. Flossy So Bossy. San Francisco. I'm taking out my hair. Leave me alone.
Taking out your weave?
You know what? I got braids in my hair. I will never do this shit again.
I don't believe it. I said I don't believe it.
I don't believe it. No, it's the winter time, so like I have to keep my hair braided because I don't be having time to do my hair. I don't be having time for that. I go straight to the Africans. I go straight to the Africans, get some braids real quick.
That's unbelievable.
I ain't got no weave in my head. Look at these braids, y'all. She said braids.
That's what they all say when they got weave.
No, I don't.
Well, if it's not a weave, is it a wig?
No, it's my hair out of my scalp. It's braids. It's out of my damn scalp. Why every time? Why they always think us black women, everybody wear a weave? Like some of us don't have to wear weave. They choose it because they want to enhance their beauty. There's a difference. Some people you know what I'm tired of? I'm tired of seeing them goddamn edges on people's foreheads. Like, get the fuck out of here. I wish somebody would put that shit on my forehead.
What you mean?
On the forehead.
You mean the adolescent hairs?
They look like legs on their head. Not baby hair, but adolescent hair.
Yeah, it's like adolescent hairs. This is well older than baby.
Horrible.
Motherfuckers being 40s and 50s still with them shit swirled on the forehead like with all types of tar.
Looking like a busted baby. All right, what's the topic? It's Tuesday, y'all. I'm drinking. Let's go. Oh, what you drinking? I'm drinking tequila. 1800. Oh, man. If I didn't have to get up in the morning.
I ain't playing these games with y'all, man. I chose non-violence today. I chose non-violence, all right?
I'm like a busted baby. Man.
So look.
Break it down, Devontae.
Wow. So the topic is so today's topic is, do you find when people say they don't care that they genuinely don't care? When people say when they react, normal reaction is I don't care. Do you find they really don't care about what they say they don't care about? Miss Kia, introduce yourself to the people real quick.
It's your girl, Miss Kia, the only person in the world who actually drinks water and mind your business.
You say drink water?
When you do, you drink water, H2O, and you might as well still live longer. I got a double album coming out in February. Yes. You know what I'm saying? It's about to go platinum already. It's called... No, I said 2025. Oh, right, 2025. 2025. I have one coming out in February, one coming out in June. Side A and Side B.
Dropping them back to back. I'm with you.
Yep. Back to back.
Oh wow. All right, so all right. How you doing, Empress? So Flossie. Did it, Flossie? All right, so glasses. So what's your take on the topic? Do you find it when people say they don't care that they genuinely don't care?
It depends on who the person is. Some people are really about their word. So some people really mean that when they say that. Like, I really don't care. Now, if you get that one person that's really in beast mode, like, I don't care, and y'all in the heat of the moment, especially like if it's your dude or your lady, they probably do care because they wouldn't be that passionate about it at that moment. If they really don't care, they're not even going to have like a reaction, or it's not going to be too much lip service, too much back and forth. But I mean, if I say the question was, do I believe people when they say they don't care? It just depends on the person. And what the
believe them, not if you believe them or not. Like, do you find that most people are genuine when they're saying that? You know?
Oh, that's a whole different question.
Dre Real, what up?
Nah, sometimes people do be exaggerating. They're not always genuine about that. Because I think if somebody really doesn't care, they're not going to really have too much feedback about whatever the scenario is or what the situation is. They're really just going to detach themselves. That's when you really know that they don't care. But it can be some instances where the person is really genuine about that. But you'll walk in that if that's what you want. It won't be much conversing or too much talk about it. You'll just pretty much, your actions will show that you don't care.
Okay. All right. And what's your take on that, Ms. Kia?
The point of I don't care if some people say they care, they don't care, but they really do deep down inside, like they care to a certain point. For me, when I tell people I don't care, that means I really don't give a fuck. Zero fucks given. Okay, like when it comes to foolishness, anything that doesn't happen, something that's not going to make me lose sleep, like it's not going to make me lose sleep. Meaning, like I don't care. Like it's not the fact that I don't care. I just don't care at this point because I got other shit going on. So you want me to add your problems on top of my problems? So of course I'm going to say I don't care because I don't really care. If you're not dying and your house got gone on fire or something, I'm like, look, I really don't care who you sleeping with, what's going on with you. But at this point, like you got to protect your peace. So it's not saying that you don't really care and you're not, and that you're not being genuine with it. It's just you don't care about the fuckery that people come with.
Okay.
That's all.
I was having a conversation earlier with somebody because they posted something like I think they said something like if someone tells me they don't care about me, then that means I'm not going to care about them. And I'm like, that's not what caring is.
Right.
You know, like to me, a lot of times that means you actually do care. If you're saying that that means you're not going to care about them because they're saying they don't care about you, because you're just ignoring the fact that you may have cared about them in the first place. You know?
Yeah, you care about what they said.
Yeah, you care about.
Some people like that. Some people like to gaslight other people because they be like, "Oh, well, you don't care about me." When actuality, like if I didn't care about you, then why wouldn't I listen to you or I do stuff for you? And people like to gaslight and use that as they want people to care about their problems or about them. But in hindsight, it's all like it's a you problem. But when people are caring, you push them away. Mm-hmm. Like,
yeah. So like, I know I've seen and had conversations a lot of times with people that say, "Oh, I don't care," and it's like they'll just get loud. So can y'all hear me?
Oh, shit.
There you go. How you doing, Empress?
I'm okay.
All right. Well, introduce yourself to the people.
I was eating. Hey, Flossie. Hey, Empress. How you doing, Miss Kia?
I think she froze.
I think people get can you wait, it's doing something. Hold on. Make sure everything's good. Can you hear me now?
Can definitely hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I never allowed, I kind of like made sure my family never said the words "I don't care" because I think it's sort of like it's a starting point to doing something reckless, or allowing people that you do care about to do something reckless. Mm-hmm. So I try to stay away from that phrase "I don't care" because 9 times out of 10, if you're a caring person, you do really care. But like Ms. Kia said, when you get to that point where you're done, where you're like, I really don't give a F, like that's more like I'm done. Like it's not like an I don't care for me. It's more like I'm done. Yeah. But I think to say I don't care is because your feelings are hurt. Yep. Mm-hmm. And then you're about to do something. You could, potentially react in a very reckless way because you're trying to convince yourself that you don't really care to do something positive. So, you know what I mean?
Putting words up. Got you. So like for instance, when I say, like they say all the time that I don't care about people's feelings, because I always say, F your feelings, fuck your feelings, fuck your feelings. And I stand by it, but it doesn't mean that I don't care about people's feelings. There's a difference in when I say, F your feelings, because if I'm saying F your feelings or fuck your feelings, I don't see why I keep saying F. I'm not centering myself.
I'll be like 0 fucks given. Like I really don't give a fuck.
Fuck
PG-13.
I mean, like, when I say fuck your feelings, it's like I'm saying that your feelings don't matter to whatever the reality of the subject is. Like you gotta look at it like if you're being driven by your feelings, it's probably gonna take you down the wrong path, and because your thoughts are gonna be off. However, it doesn't mean that your feelings don't matter at some point in time. Your feelings do matter at some point in time, but not when we're discussing the situation as to where the facts of what has transpired or something like that should take precedence. Because when you start talking about feelings in those moments, then it's going to completely take the conversation in a completely different situation and direction. And you cannot argue one's feelings. You can't dispute one's feelings. So when I say I don't care, I do care about people's feelings, but just not in the in the content of what we're talking about. Now, back to I don't care as a whole. When I was talking to that person, and I was going based off of the topic that they said, and it's not aimed at her because I had the topic already. But that's it said, if you don't care about me, then I don't care about you. To me, that says that you actually do care. Because you're saying, then I don't care about you if you don't care about me. So it takes someone else to not care about you for you to decide that you're not going to care about them. You care what other people think, or you care what other people feel about you before you can even come up with your own and how you're moving. So how I've seen it a lot of times, a lot of people put up a wall. And I don't care as a mask. I don't care as a defense mechanism to try to make them seem like they're unbothered. And I guess they could tell themselves that they're unbothered. However, that's also them being a coward when it comes to whatever it is, And I'm not calling people a coward as far as saying, "Oh, you a sucker, you scared," but I'm saying that they're afraid to face whatever that situation may be. So they hide behind "I don't care." Flossie, are you there?
Well, if somebody told me that, after my feelings,
out, or she might have swiped up, or
if somebody says "F your feelings," it, like you said, it may not. I mean, if somebody told me "F my feelings," then they're trying to. What I get, the message I get, is that this doesn't have anything to do with how the situation makes me feel. And I'm saying, well, what's your point? What is try to get me to where you are. If you're trying to take me to a certain level of understanding, then take me there. However, just be aware that my feelings are involved. Right. And I am going to feel something as you express this point to me. My feelings are in. Okay. And I get that you're saying I need to put my feelings on the shelf right now with making a decision. I got that part. Because I got to do it with myself sometimes. I got to put my feelings on the shelf to make a more informed decision that's going to be something better for me. But when you say off your feelings,
as a human, you're automatically going to have the feelings. You're going to feel something. You're going to either feel rejected, you're going to feel disappointed when somebody says fuck your feelings. Like at the point, it's like you want them to care, but they actually don't care. So it's not like, okay, you don't care. but I actually care about this issue or problem or whatever the case may be. Like, to you it's not important, but to me as a person, I'm verbalizing to you that I want you to care. So
are we mixing up caring? And I'm asking myself this question too. I think if somebody says to me, "F your feelings," I think some people might receive that as you, like you said earlier. Maybe that person took it to mean then you don't. This means that you don't care about me. Exactly. But that's not what you were trying to say. But unless you say that, listen, I care about what happens to you, and maybe you need to make the disclaimer. I care about what happens to you, but right now in this moment, I cannot allow the emotions and feelings that you're having to dive in to help us make this decision. And if you don't make that disclaimer, sometimes, especially with a person who is emotional, male or female, sometimes you got to let them know, listen, I care about what happens to you, but right now, the feelings that you're feeling right now are not going to stop me from making the decision that I know is best for me. Yeah. And that may be that I have to remove myself from you or whatever the decision is.
Sometimes it takes so much energy to do that. Honestly, people know a lot of times people know when they're trying to, like, the new term is gaslight. People know when they're taking you down a different path of what you're actually saying. People know when they're redirecting the conversation. People often know that they're not talking about the same things as you, and they're just trying to get you. Like, people know when they're trying to sway you their way. A lot of times. And it's one of those things where it just takes so much energy to have to go down that path to just, to try to give a disclaimer. A lot of times people don't have time for that because it's like, I don't like, a lot of times I allow my topics to get, or even my conversation to get hijacked because I got time for the bullshit sometimes, But when I don't have time for the bullshit, and then I'm really like, I don't give a fuck about your feelings in the moment right now, I'm not going to sit here and explain that to you because what I'm saying to you is straight and narrow. And I'm not going to say, hey, man, fuck you. I'm not going to sit there and say that. But I'm more so going to be like, look, I'm not talking, I don't care about your feelings right now. We're talking about this, Living, what up, Living? Trying to get you.
Living, no, you can't get on. No.
We have awesome sisters here. So, but yeah, so back to what's that? Just me, Sean. What up? So right now we're talking about the whole I don't care dynamic. When people say I don't care, do y'all find as though that they're being genuine? And like I was
Sparky said, let her back in.
I'm trying. This is Instagram at its finest. Instagram, I don't care about you, Instagram. Matter of fact, I got a special fuck you to Instagram. Fuck you. Soon as we find a new platform, I'm gonna be your Insta. I'm gonna be like, not that. As soon as I find a new platform, fuck Instagram.
You might have to go to TikTok.
I don't like TikTok neither. TikTok is for naked chicks that want to like just, that got no content. But not TikTok. That's what's that?
I thought that was OnlyFans or X.
That's X. They switched the whole shit to X.
I'm about to delete my account off of there. They nasty.
I'm trying to add you on, Flossie and Living. I'm trying to add y'all. I'm not sure what the hell's going on. But let me so basically, when people say I don't care, to me, a lot of times you got to take it in content of like what's being said. So it's like if someone says, if they're just like, yo, if they're having a conversation, it's like, yo, I don't care about, what you got going on right now. That's something that you can really take for face value sometimes, depending on the situation. Some people will say, I don't care about it. And it's like, they might be focused on something. But a lot of times, if people are giving you an emotional, I don't care, and it's in an argument form and it's a reaction, and it's like, or they're doing that, and then next thing you know, next moment they're complaining about the same thing they said they don't care about. 11 out of 10 times they probably care about that shit. That's 1 in 1/10. For y'all,
I think people say it because I think it's just a knee-jerk reaction to say I don't care.
Yeah.
Because you really think you hurt another person that's already hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're saying I don't care, you're trying to hurt the other person with making them think that you have no feelings that have anything to do with wondering about how they feel about you or how they feel about what you're doing. So it's a knee-jerk reaction to say F you at the moment. But that's why it's not allowed. Like in growing up and stuff, we weren't allowed to say I don't care. Because it's like a precursor to doing something reckless after that. How far are you willing to go to let that person think
right.
that you really, you know what I mean?
As you get older, I feel like as you get older, I remember like when you were younger and girls, like we used to smell ourselves like, I can't wait until I get out the house and whatever. And your parents were like, I don't care, do whatever you want to do. Because when you're 18, you get out. But as you get older, you start to notice like words do hurt and what is being said to you. So even if somebody says something like, I don't care, you know, it's not like you have to be able to accept rejection at this point, because when a person tells you that they don't care, you have to be okay with that rejection and be like, okay, well, that person don't care, so how am I going to process this? I thought they cared, but they actually don't. But it's not saying at that moment they didn't care. They, like you said, they may have something else going on. Yeah. So it's all like you have to be okay with rejection sometimes, and you might interpret it as, well, they don't give a fuck about me, so I'm going to give a fuck about them. So I really don't care either. So, you know, then friendships or relationships are ruined easily just by saying those 3 words, I don't care.
And that's the thing that, to me, like I said, when people have that type of reaction, that's normally a indication that they do care.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so when you get older, words hurt me as a child. That's why we used to cry about what someone said to me. You'll be surprised, Mako, that shit still takes, you know, place as
it's still, yeah,
older as well. Because some people don't learn to separate the feeling. Some people do care about what people think, you know, what people say. And so people care about different things. So like sometimes when people say they don't care, it's a mask. It's to hide behind a wall to try to, like, you know, to act like they don't really care about things. It's kind of like having a problem that you run from and you really don't face that problem. It's like it's not gonna take you away from the things that you actually care about, because you're gonna cry in the car. You know?
But Mako, words hurt now as an adult, but not as much. But either way it goes, and words still are going to resonate with you sometime in the day, and you didn't get a chance to process some words. But later down in the week, you're going to be like, wait, this person says such and such. And you're going to have some type of reaction to it. So words do hurt. It doesn't matter how it's said in some shape or form. Depending on what type of words are being used, words can hurt. As an adult, as a child, as a teenager.
And it not only that, unless you're speaking about yourself, you said you don't disagree. It's not about agreeing or disagreeing. It's about the reality. Like, listen, unless you're talking about yourself, there's really nothing that, like, you can't tell somebody that they're lying, you know, about what they care about, unless you see their reaction to it. You can tell somebody that, like, if Miss Kia, if I'm on here every day and I'm venting about, then, you know, like, oh, this person did this person did that, and then y'all like, yo, you must really care about that. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about them. I don't care. But it's like every time I'm on here, I'm talking about it. Guess what? I must care about that shit. You know, that's how that shit goes. Because, like, otherwise, if I didn't care about it, why am I constantly bringing it up? You know. So my feelings get hurt as much as an adult. I'm speaking about myself. Yeah, that's what I'm asking. That's what I'm saying. If you're talking about yourself, then cool. Like you know yourself, you know. But other people, when it's kind of projection. Like, people will tell you that they don't care about something, and you can see where they actually care. Then on the other side, let's talk about the flip side of that. When people say they do care about stuff, and you find as though they don't. And you can see in their actions that they don't care. Y'all ever have a situation like that where someone says they care about something, you can clearly see that they don't?
Yeah.
Care?
Oh, no, nothing.
Well, yeah, it might appear that they don't based on their actions. I mean, I've been in that situation before where I'm like, well, I know you're saying that you really care, but then why wouldn't you ensure that you're making steps towards that care that let me be aware that, you know what I mean? Sometimes people say I care about this situation or that situation, or how, maybe how, I'm trying to give you an example. Like some people don't care, or some people will say, I care about your, career or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you may be like, well, if you really cared about my career, then why are you always trying to pull me away from it and not concerned about me making sure that I meet those goals that I'm trying to make? You always try to pull me off those, those goals or whatever. So it doesn't look like you really care. You're not showing me that you really care about that. And it just could be just a misconception that the person just doesn't realize, that the actions that they're taking are not aligning with what they're saying.
Yeah. And sometimes people just speak out of emotion.
Yeah.
Sometimes people speak out of pure emotion. It's like everything is just, they're so emotionally led that they don't really even hear themselves speaking. They're just quick to react. And I don't care, like I said, is a defense mechanism. So like if someone say, yo, man, the show is whack, I'm like, I don't care.
Knowing damn well he can't beat whoever said that can't beat us. Say no.
But in a way, you kind of want to know, well, what made you come to that conclusion? You just kind of want, you would be curious. Deep down, you would be curious, like, I wonder what made them think that, even though you're like, I don't care. You really do care. You're like, well, dang, well, I wonder what made them think that.
Well, it depends.
That's going to be in your head.
If someone just came to me and said, your show is whack, I wouldn't care. But if someone said that, yo, I don't like the show because of this, then I'll be like, okay.
You know what I call that? I call that a confidence blocker, because you blocking any negative energy back off of them. Like, hey, my response is, I don't care. You don't have to like my show, but I do. This is what I built. So you using your confidence blocker to block off any negative energy. Like, what makes you like, bro? Like, you could have kept that comment to yourself.
Well, it could be.
Because in actuality, I don't care. I give zero fucks that you don't like my show.
It could be. Like, I want people to like the show because, of course, I want to do things with the show. However,
they better like the show.
More so, to me, is like, if you're not going to take the time out to give some type of feedback or like constructive criticism, then why should I care? If you just say you don't like if you'll say, yo, the show is whack, all right. It's not for everybody. Everybody's not going to like it. But if you're taking the time out to actually be a part of it, listen to it, be like, and say, hey, look, that'd be better. I think of this, or even if you say, yeah, I don't like your show, man. I think your show's fucked up because of this, because of that. If you're giving me criticism, then I'll be like, all right, I could take that in consideration. But if you just say your show is whack and kept putting, all right, boom, that I wouldn't care about. Now, like, there's a lot like the reason why I wanted to have this as a topic is because I see a lot of people reacting in that way, and I've actually just heard it a lot in the past few weeks, and it's like I'm looking at the body language. I'm looking at Flossie. I'm trying to join you on the live. I don't know what the hell's going on.
I can see every time you try to join her, your icon on the top keeps flickering.
Yeah, it's just this shit is the same old bullshit. And even when you left the room and came back, it still had you that you was on the live. I'm gonna have to remove you from it. So if I remove you from it and said you won't be able to join, yeah, I hate Instagram. All right, so let me do this, Flossie. I'm gonna remove you from the live. Just leave the live and then come back, please, again, if you don't mind. So I want to get you back on here, please. If you don't mind. All right, so it's still. Then now we got living up there. Same old same. Oh yeah, there we go. Nope, that ain't it. Here we go. This is crazy. It's still not doing it. Are y'all still there?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm still here.
Yeah, this shit is still not.
I think I don't care is just a premeditated. I mean, not premeditated. I think it's a knee-jerk reaction that is like, it's a negative knee-jerk reaction. It's not something well thought out. So that's why I removed it from my vocabulary some years ago. Like, that's not even allowed, and something that I would say, because it just doesn't make any sense to say that when it's knee-jerk. It's not something premeditated. You're not really thinking about what you're saying. You're just trying to give back an answer.
Yeah. And a lot of times it's the case. Like, people just want to say, I don't care, because it makes them, maybe like you said, it makes them seem like it could hurt the other person. Or maybe it just seems like, they want to seem like they have no feelings. And maybe they want to seem like they're over something. And honestly, like, they may be running from themselves. They may be running from, whatever the problem is, because they're afraid to face it. In some situations, some situations is cowardice. In some situations, they maybe really don't care. And I guess it's all on the moment and the person and how they react to it. If you see that a person is real, like, brushed off about it, like, they may really not care. But if somebody is like, yo, I don't care, and they're yelling and going back and forth and da, they may care. Unless they just really don't care and they're yelling about that, they don't care. So it's one of those things, like, so I wanted to ask, let me ask a question, like how can, I think I did ask, how can you tell when someone does care? Like, when they say they don't care, like, and what are some of the signs that tell you that somebody cares?
They shouldn't be yelling it. If they're yelling, I don't care, that's not what they really mean. They're hurt and they don't know how to express what hurt them. And so their knee-jerk reaction is to try to not only hurt you back, but to seem tough.
Yeah. Okay. Let me try to get trying to join some other folks in here in the live. Black King, what up, my G? Safi Mac, what's going on? Excuse me if I said that wrong.
They finally took me off block because I tried to come into your shit a few times, but I had said some goofy shit.
You got to turn the camera. There you go.
My bad.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here in my nightwear, sir. I do apologize.
Salute to you.
You just got on, right?
Yeah. Well, been on for about a half hour.
Damn, give me like 10 because I want to charge up my shit. Then I'm gonna hit you. Come back in. And shit, I just wanted to come in and say what's up. If you still in here, just give me like 5 or something, like 5-10 minutes. I'm trying to slide back through
no doubt.
and shit. But love everybody, energy. Thank you.
No doubt. Peace, my G. I'll see if Miss Kid's back. Shayna, did you want to join the live? Yeah, she still got living on here and flossing.
Oh, shit. Ow.
It's not allowing y'all to join. It's not allowing.
I'm in here.
What's going on, CC? All right,
you know what? I don't know what's going on because my Facebook just got transferred over to Instagram. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, why I put my government name up on Instagram? I had to go back.
So right now, everybody, we're talking about I don't care. When people say I don't care, do you find as though that they're genuine with it? Do you find as though that is, well, I say that is usually genuine. Do you find as though that they may be hiding behind something? Do you find as though that that they really do care? What are the signs that tell you that they're not being genuine? What are the signs when someone say they don't care that they really do care? What are some signs when people say that they do care that they really don't care? I want to talk about it from that angle, right, real quick. It's like I hear like people say that they care about things, like people say they care about family, but yet they do their family wrong, and they're quick to, down their family, talk about family. They say they care about things. They say they care about themselves, but yet they don't do anything to display that they really do care about themselves. Everything is about the advantage or whatever. So, like, what are some signs that people say when people say that they care that they don't really care?
I would say their body language too, depending on if you're sending like face to face, they really don't care. They start doing other things. Like they'll let you know if you can tell when somebody really don't care. And then if somebody really don't care, if they did care, they'll call you the next day, like they'll apologize They'll say like, hey, I was in a bad headspace, whatever the case may be. But like you said, like sometimes family members, when they say they really don't care, and they'll show you that they really don't care. Like they won't call you, they won't call and check up on you, no nothing. So like, you know, it's different from who you're talking to and who you're talking with.
Let me ask this, because there's a lot of ladies in here right now. So like, has a guy, has a man or a fella ever told you that he cared about you, right? And but his actions showed that maybe he didn't care about you, but he cared about something. Maybe he cared about just getting the box. Maybe he cared about, just like the action show, caring is an action word, right? Maybe he cared about getting the box. So he cares about something when it comes to you, but maybe not caring about you and as a whole, or in the way that, you know, he may have let off, or the way that you may want him to care, or even vice versa. Like the ladies say they care about the dude, about the guy, and they really don't care about him, but they care about what they could get from him. So a lot of times people care about what they can get from you. So they do care about something. So a lot of times,
just like them cheesecake factory, dates, they be like, oh, I don't care. Like, obviously you do care. You care. Because you wouldn't be complaining if you didn't care.
Do I look like the type of guy that you could take to Cheesecake Factory?
Look, if I'm on a budget, so if I'm on a fucking budget, we gonna eat wherever the fuck I say we eat. Okay, and I don't care. I don't care about your goddamn opinion because we gonna stay in budget. Shit, you ain't never been to Mr. Chow's a day in your life. You talk about let's go to Mr. Chow's.
I don't even
fuck
know.
Out of here.
I don't eat Chinese food. Well, Hempress.
I don't need to do it either, but I just know it's a fancy restaurant.
Who got Miss Kia mad?
She said she don't care.
Look, I ain't even mad. I'm in therapy.
What an example.
I can't even be mad.
What an example. Miss Kia gave you an example.
I don't care.
You have to take people for what they are and be mindful of their actions. I think I believe that as well. Like, you definitely got to pay attention more to the actions whenever they're saying something to you. I could talk real fast, right? You may not understand what the fuck I'm saying. You probably can't keep up. Your ears can't compute that. Your ears ain't computing quick enough. I got computer.
I have selective hearing. So when you start talking fuckery, I'm listening, but I really ain't listening. So I'm gonna let you know right then, like, hey, I got selective hearing. I ain't hear shit I heard you, but I didn't hear you.
Something important.
Give a fuck. Look, I don't care.
I got my boosters.
No.
Boosted. All right, but
I be like, as soon as they start talking about drama and stuff that's not like relevant, like if it ain't nothing about growth, I really don't care. Like, it's not gonna. Yeah, like if it's something that's not gonna make me lose sleep, like I'm not losing sleep over something that you care about. Like, you talk about the sky is blue and meanwhile, I mean green, but meanwhile it's blue. Like, I really don't care. Like, I don't care what you did yesterday.
Yeah, you care. She cares.
No, I don't.
You can tell by the way she
I'm a caring person to a certain point. Sometimes I don't care.
All right,
like, I really don't.
Let's do this, y'all. Let's switch it up, because there you go.
Switch it up.
So she got banned. I don't know what the hell's going on with IG, man. Well, this shit is.
You know, they blocked me for a week. I couldn't get on nobody lives. I couldn't join lives. I couldn't do nothing. They said one time I was on your live and I said I made a comment or like a lewd comment or some shit. One time. One time.
Just one time?
Like, fuck y'all fucking community guidelines. I don't give a fuck.
Jada says, so it's about keeping the negativity out of your life. And that's probably why they blocked Miss Kia from IG.
Yeah. I have to protect my peace of mind.
She got banned. I don't know what the fuck is going on with this shit, man. Like, for real.
No, algorithm. I'll be getting people's posts from like 3 months ago. I'll be like, what's in the entire whatever?
No, honestly, I ain't gonna go there. Like I said, I don't care about Instagram, but I care about because I gotta use this shit. But I don't like it.
It's your platform.
She said, I ain't do nothing. You know, Flossie, you be coming on here talking all that shit. You know, you be like cursing and You know.
No, she don't. Don't be throwing Flossie up underneath the bus like that.
Nah, I mean it's Instagram, it's IG, and this shit always fucking up. So like sometimes.
But how was it? I was able to get in. Did she exit out all the way?
I don't know. Like it's Instagram. Sometimes it don't allow me to see everybody that's on the live. Sometimes it just kicks people off. Sometimes it won't sometimes it automatically add someone or say someone is added on the live and it won't let me exit them off. And that's what was happening. So it kept saying that you and Living are both on there. So I can't add anyone extra because it's saying that y'all already on there. I don't know. This should be fun.
See how you care about that situation? See, you care because you gave us an explanation.
I don't care about giving you another one though. How about them apples? But so let's do this. Let's just go back to something we were speaking about last week. Thank y'all for tuning in. #Factory, the one stop for information, entertainment. We call it infotainment and the finest of fuckery. So, like, I know we started talking about the you know what? Did we talk about a children baggage? We did.
What is that?
We did talk about it.
No, I don't think we talked about that.
Did you say chicken baggage?
I don't really care to have this. I don't really care for the comments that are made right now. Our children. Are your children baggage? Our children baggage. I think we did speak about our children baggage.
We still talking about that?
We did speak.
Everybody got kids nowadays.
We spoke about enabling. Well, we did speak about enabling versus empowering last week, but we can actually recap. We can get a quick recap on that. Enabling versus empowering. So,
enabling people's laziness or empowering their laziness?
And
some people don't want to be empowered. They have to be willing to receive. They have to be open to receive. You have to ask permission.
Send me a shot.
You just have to ask the person permission. Hey, do you mind if I give you something empowering that you know may really help you? If you don't ask permission, you're going to get a rejection immediately.
Yeah, some people enable themselves. And right.
Who's at the fucking door? Get the doorbell. Doorbell.
Wow.
Doorbell.
I haven't heard a doorbell like that since. That's just a pause. First off, ding dong. Pause your doorbell.
You gonna bring KFC, but you ain't bring us no KFC. I don't give a fuck what it is. I want some fucking food. That's why you ain't getting a damn plate on Thursday. Don't you bring your ass over here. I'm gonna drop your plate on the floor.
She cares. That's why she yelling. She gives a fuck.
I'm gonna drop your plate on the floor and feed it to you. Yep. I'm gonna make sure there's a piece of hair in your food.
She gives plenty fucks.
I don't. No, that's my homeboy. He's full.
She gives a fuck. That she don't, but she.
Does. I know. I'm a caring person. I know the way God made me. I'm a very caring person. I care about what I say to people and how I treat people, and I try to treat people with respect. Unless they disrespect me, that's when I'm gonna give it back. But I'm a joking person. I tell people you can joke with me. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna hurt my feelings because over here we do rip sessions. Like there ain't nothing that nobody can say that can hurt my feelings.
Miss Kid.
So yeah. What?
I don't care.
Go to bed then. Good night. Love you.
I don't care about that shit.
You know what? Love you, son. Good night.
What we talking about?
You know what?
Let's switch it back to the empowering versus enabling.
I'm gonna blow up your phone. Don't you got to work tomorrow?
Matter of fact,
you got to work tomorrow, don't you? No, you got to work tomorrow.
Puppy,
I'm gonna dial your phone number 5 times in the morning.
God damn it!
Oh, sorry. I thought I had you on mute. I'm sorry.
So tomorrow I'm gonna go live instead of Thursday, and I got a topic of validating validated versus valid. I gotta look at it again. But basically, when people want to be needing to be validated, when people need to be validated, seeking validation versus being validated. That's what it is. Validated versus seeking validation. We'll talk about that tomorrow, and I have 2 other topics.
So is that like is that like self-validating and other people validating you?
Well,
like just a little bit clarification?
I'll explain it more tomorrow.
Okay.
But, it's more so like when you seek validation rather than just having things just automatically validate you know, what you were thinking or what you know, what you're going through or whatever, without having to try to seek it, without trying to prove a point. So a lot of times people are seeking validation instead of finding it in places where like it doesn't really make sense. But we'll get into that. We'll get into that tomorrow. But however, enabling versus empowering. So let's get back into enabling versus empowering while I got a little bit of time because I'm going to end the show loud and soon.
So you got to eat some chicken?
I actually just ate. But I won't mind eating again. Still hungry still. But enabling versus empowering. I do want to talk about this a little bit more because I find that this is something that's really like heavy. What is that? Oh, is that you, Ms. Kia? You got the cartoons on?
No, I don't. My son is playing a game and my 12-year-old's on vacation, so he's been on 20 since fucking. Why they like?
Got him.
He's been on vacation and been on 30. Like, no.
All right, so enabling versus empowering. So, did you get it? I know, Hempers, I think you spoke on this. Kid, did you get a chance to speak on it? Enabling versus empowering?
I didn't. No, because remember last week I had that funeral, my cousin's funeral and stuff, so I really didn't.
Fitch, are you on?
No, he's not in here. He's in here, but he's not on. I thought I seen his name up top.
Yeah, I was trying to join Fitch on the live. Let's see. All right,
so like when you say enabling versus empowering, so enabling, I know what enabling is. You ain't gotta break it down for me. Like I know what enabling is because I enable people's behaviors all the fucking time. Right. Instead of, you know, giving them some advice like, hey, I need you to like get it together. Boom. If my hair wasn't messed up, I would break it down. But no, people in their laziness and like how they contradict yourself. Sometimes people, the difference between enabling and empowering is like, for me, I enable people. Like, I try to empower people when they are lazy. Like, they'll talk about, oh, well, I need to do this and do that. But instead of me empowering, like, enabling their laziness, I try to empower them and be like, look, you know, I'm not going to do the work for you. You got to be able to do the work for yourself.
Right.
You know, you got to be able to, you know, we had the same 24 hours in a day. There's no reason why you should not be getting money as a grown adult. I teach my sons that all the time. Like, you know, I might enable some of their laziness sometimes, but just because you work does not mean that, you know, you got to skip out on certain things. You still have to do stuff as an adult, like pay bills, clean up behind yourself, you know, do laundry, stuff like that. You can't keep enabling somebody's laziness. Even like people who have grown kids staying at home. Like, you can't do everything for them. You have to empower them like, hey, look, at the same 24 hours in a day as the next person. What are you doing to make use of that 24 hours? Are you just working one job? Okay, find you a trade or something. There's money to be made out here.
So let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen times to where someone was falsely empowering somebody when they were really enabling them? Like, for instance, like we spoke about on here, a few instances as to where like as far as friendships, right? Say like if say you was going through it in your relationship and you know you were clearly wrong about something and your homegirl's like, you know, fuck him, girl, you don't need him anyway. There's plenty of men out here. You go do what you want to do. He shouldn't tell you this or tell you that. You know, you're a grown woman, you know?
Right.
But meanwhile, you know, it's like, yo, you know you was wrong first off, and they know you were wrong. But instead of sitting there and be like, yo, you fucked up, like go make that shit right, they're gonna sit there and tell you like, yo, you don't need him. Like if he can't accept you for who you are, or if he can't get past that, then he don't deserve you. You know?
Right.
So a lot of times people don't tell people what wrong they've done. So when they go to their friends, they're either going to them when the times are happy, or they're going to them to talk about when they're hurt. But they never open up sometimes and say, well, listen, let me just tell you what I did first. A lot of people don't share that. So you're getting the feedback and the kickback from people who have no idea what you're really going through.
What's your name? Empress. You know what? My mistake, and I know for me, and I had a conversation with a friend who just got divorced, and he was telling me no, he got divorced. He was telling me what he was going through, and no, he divorced.
Yeah. I agree with you. Jail.
And one thing we were talking about accountability, and a lot of people don't take accountability, and I think like what I agree with that he was telling me, and what I agree with, like when I was having relationship problems, I was running into my single friends, and they were the first ones to be like, "Well, girl, you don't need him. You need to be single. Don't worry about you." But you don't have a man.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know the sacrifices that were made, and you're so quick to say, "Leave this man" or "Leave this woman," but at the end of the day, you don't have a man for a reason. So for one sidebar, that's why I got a therapist now, because I ain't want nobody else for no more information.
You gotta have a lot of them that say, "I don't need a man."
I don't need a man. But at the end of the day, like some of us love having that companionship. Some of us been in long-term relationships, so you can't tell me to leave somebody and you don't even know the sacrifices and the blood and the sweat and the building of each other that it takes. Like everybody's going to have a bump in the road. But who are you to say?
I'm trying to join you on fixed course.
Who are you to say that, what I'm saying, I need to leave that person and drop them as a heartbeat? Like, no, you can't just do that, because it's never going to work that way. You know what I'm saying? For you, it's going to work that way because you're used to it, but I'm not used to that. And then when I look at the dating pool nowadays, that shit look real scary, and I'm cool. So I'm not going to listen to you.
So, like, back to the enabling.
I'm not settling. Some women are just not settling. I'm not settling for less. If I go through some mess or he's taking me through too much, I'm out. I'm not wasting my time. I'm not letting a man waste my years. But it's not for someone else to tell you to make that decision, because you are living that day to day to day. They're only getting pieces of what you're sharing. And usually it's when you're hurt. So no, they cannot make that decision for you. That's a decision that you're supposed to make for yourself. And if they're really good friends, they shouldn't give you the actual final decision. They should just say, well, if it were me, based on what you shared with me, I'd be out. But if you feel there's a lot more that you've shared in that relationship that I don't know anything about that's worth preserving, then stick with it.
Right. And Shannon, she says, many people think that telling people what they think they want to hear is good when it's really damaging them. Facts. If it says relationships are not supposed to be a sacrifice, everything is some type of sacrifice.
But no, there's some type of sacrifice, because like you're sacrificing your girl's night out. He might be sacrificing his single night men's out. You know what I'm saying? Or, just working and stuff, you're building. So yeah, when you're building together, you're going to sacrifice a lot of things together. You know what I'm saying? You're trading, even though you might not be married, but you're trading your eyes for a week. Everything that you're doing especially when you're living with somebody, you're doing that shit together. So yes, there's a sacrifice involved.
You're sacrificing individualism for the group, the we. But I see a lot of false empowerment happening, and that's across the board. That's when it comes to the people, from the government to the people. I see a lot of that when it comes to parents to children. I see it when it comes from siblings. I see it when it comes to friends. I see it when it comes to relationships. And it's crazy. Like I was having a conversation, and a lot of people will say, "Oh, I mind my business. I don't do this. I don't talk to people about this, that, and the third." But I'm like, how can you sit back and watch somebody down spiral?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're enabling. You're just you being in their lives and watching them down spiral is one. You're enabling, you're enabling them. That's how you end up with narcissists, users, and takers. Yeah. I thought he was about to put Narcan. No. I'm not saying that you got to save them. I'm not saying that you got to give your all to them. But I'm saying, you just want the sacrifice part.
Okay.
That's a pause. That's a slippery slope. I see what you're saying. If that's what you're talking about, it could be on the pathway to that, but it all depends on the way that you receive, that you give and receive. So
it's and then especially.
But hold on, but let me get back to this.
Especially if you dating a party girl and whatever, you want her to sacrifice some of those nights for some you and her time. Like, there's some sacrifices that need to be made.
You said dating a who?
If they're a party girl.
Oh.
And she want to be out at the bar every weekend with her girls like she's single and shit. Sometimes you got to sacrifice those nights for your man.
Shit,
your man needs some attention.
If not going to the bar and club is a sacrifice. No sacrifice for me, baby. Stay your ass out.
I'm checking out. As soon as my girl call, be like, "What you doing?" I'm staying here with man. Why don't you come out? Nope, I'm staying here with my man. Nope. Nope. I would be with my man than my friends. Sorry.
Right. Or Doodle's always on the scene too. I mean, she's at the bar though. I mean, I got my own bar. Fuck it. If I say I'm at the bar, I'm more than likely at this one.
Let me get some whiskey.
Drink your water. Mind your business.
Where is my water?
The Empress is not letting me. What the hell? Let me see if let me.
Boundary should be replaced.
It's not letting me.
Should replace sacrifice. Back. You're not in the Olympics, which you are sacrificing. Yeah, it still says she got to literally completely go out and then come back in like I did.
It says like 5 people are on this damn live.
I only see 4.
Let me get a shot of 3. What up, Sheen?
It says D Kitch as hashtag factuals. Whoever D Kitch was, they're still on there.
Boundary should replace sacrifice. You're not in the Olympics. What are you sacrificing?
I'm sacrificing my peace of mind for your ass right now.
Do you sacrifice?
You mistakenly remove yourself.
When do you sacrifice boundaries?
Only when the boundaries has been broken. Like when I ain't sacrificing no boundaries because I make my boundaries clear of what I'm going to deal with and what I'm not going to deal with.
We can talk about sacrifice more tomorrow.
Who's that?
Empress,
we can't see you.
Welcome back, Empress. I can't see you on the live. But we can talk about sacrifice.
Thank you.
We see you stealing.
So back to the enabling.
Okay, cool.
Back to the enabling versus empowering. I see a lot of people, like Shayna said, like tell people what they think they want to hear. I see people tell people what they want to hear. That a lot of people is that a narcissist? Like when you have a lot of yes people around you, because that's narcissism, right? When you only listen to what you want to hear from people, and that's also a form of validation, seeking validation. When you only seek what you want to hear, and those people that surround you, if you have friends that surround you, people that surround you, and they only tell you what you want to hear, or they only just want to tell you the things that's not going to upset you, that's not going to, that's not going to trouble the water. It's about enabling versus empowering.
No, I want them friends who want to tell me.
Then it's like,
nope.
Those aren't really your friends. Those aren't people you should have around you, because you can't trust them. You can't trust them to give you a true assessment. You can't trust them to tell you to duck when the bullet is coming.
Right.
Because like they're gonna say, "Hey, that loud sound was just someone else's, problem."
I want those friends who's gonna keep it all the way 100 with me. Like, don't sugarcoat shit. That's why I only got 5 friends. Like, no, don't sugarcoat shit when it comes to me, because I ain't gonna sugarcoat shit with you, because I know it's coming from a place of love and respect. And you're not going to step over those boundaries. But at the end of the day, if you have those type of friends who's going to ride with you until the wheels fall off, those ones are the ones that's hard to come back.
That's why
I hate to say that, because some people can.
Don't fuck with me. Go ahead, Empress.
No, I was just saying that, I'm a Sagittarius. I usually am straight arrow to the forehead, and I'm a little more cautious. So I understand that people can't handle the truth, so I don't always shoot straight to the, forehead anymore. I think I probably shouldn't do this, but I try to find a way first to see, kind of what I think they can handle and what they can't. So now I'm learning, like, I'm kind of trying to, figure them out first to see how much can you really handle. Because people have said, listen, you're straight arrow to the forehead. The truth hurts, though, but it's the truth. I'm not going to lie to you.
Come on, let us.
I just told myself the truth right now. I'm like, damn, I think.
Let us say you say you can't handle the truth. Come on, say it. Do it.
No, but like when you want I would want somebody to tell me the truth and tell me a lie. Like I can handle the truth as an adult. Like you gotta, like I said, you gotta start accepting rejection and start.
Right,
You know, everybody's not gonna be like you're not going. Everything's not always gonna go in your favor. So yeah, there's gonna be some words that your friends might tell you, like it might hurt your feelings. It's gonna be a temporary hurt, but it's the truth and not a lie.
That's true. Is it gonna be temporary? They may be hurt a little longer.
Because I'm like, tell me if my armpit stink. Because,
girl,
like don't sit there and be like, oh, girl, you smell that? And then you know it's like, why didn't you tell me it was me? Like, why didn't you tell me? Like, you my friend. Don't let me walk around here smelling fishy.
That's you.
Yeah, exactly. Like, be honest. Like, girl, did you forget to put deodorant on this morning or something? Did you forget to wash your butt?
Did you forget the douche?
You don't. What you say? Did you forget to use the soap today? Did you have a long day last night?
So it's not like, yo, but that's another thing. Like when people say it's not what you say, but how you say it. I'm like, I'm more of the person like, yo, fuck that. I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna say it. Like the way I said it, it probably need to be said in that way in that moment because of whatever the fuck is going on. So I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. I'm not going to sit here and try to manipulate my words to soothe your ears because that's the way that you want to hear it. I don't care enough to do that. I care enough to tell you exactly what needs to say. Miss Kid.
Yeah, man.
Is that? Can you hit mute, please?
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. I told you he was on 20. Like, you want him? He said mom stands for made of money. Like, I don't even want the kid no more. He told me he needed a new phone. He was like, Mom, he's made of money. Like, he's on one. Like, his grandparents don't even want to keep up for a week.
Needs to have some edge in order for it to be received. Listen, man, I lose. Honestly, I don't think I lose. Like a lot of people remove themselves from around me because I don't care to lighten my message, to lighten my delivery.
I need to be more like that then, because it's really sometimes a waste of my time now that I've been practicing to try to be cautious. But I've been doing it not for myself, but for others, because I've heard it. I've heard it before.
Yeah.
That, do you have to be that honest? And I'm like, well, isn't that better? Because then we can nip this in the bud if it's an issue, and I can keep going my way and you can go your way if you really have a problem with it.
Say, hey, listen, when life has a lesson to teach you, is it going to say, you know what? Let me not take the entire job from them because, they may not like that. They may not be ready for it. Let me just do this. Oh, you know what? Let me not. No, life is going to be like, fuck you. Bang.
He's like, rip off the Band-Aid. Yeah. I'm trying to ease it off. I'm going to take it off, but I'm not ripping it.
Nigga, like, shit. I mean, life ain't going to be like, you know what? Let me be easy on you right now because you're obviously acting like a little biatch. So, it's just going to fuck you up. Life is not going to soften up for you just because you can't handle it. And that's just the way I approach things. So it's like, that's just hold that word. Hold that. God damn it. That's my phrase. I always say that. Hold that, damn it. So like, I talk to like shit, cousins, like friends, like everybody, like, yo, man, you don't know what to say or you don't know how to say it. Yo, your deliveries. I'm like, yo, fuck. If you can sit here and say my delivery, that means you heard what the fuck I said. Listen to the words. Mm-hmm. Don't listen to how the shit's delivered. So when I say I don't care about how someone takes what I say, I genuinely don't care about how someone takes what I say. Because if you got the time to sit there and decipher, well, if he would have said it like this, then I would have received it better. That's not a me problem. That's a you problem.
I thought we were talking about enabling and empowering.
Shut up.
I think we need to go back to I don't care, because I actually do care if I'm delivering something in a way that is not being received the way I thought I delivered it. If it's cutting you like a knife and I thought I'm just laying it out on the table, but you're telling me it's cutting you and you're bleeding from it, then yes, if you keep hearing that, then maybe you need to take a look at how you're delivering it. So I have curbed the way I deliver things a little bit for those people who have mentioned that, hey, it can hurt. It cuts like a knife sometimes.
Did you say you're laying on the table?
I said instead of delivering something where I'm handing it to you and you're telling me, oh, it cut my hand, then I'm going to
you was getting a massage.
I bet.
He was thinking that you was getting a massage or something. That's why he said if you're laying on the table. I know where your head was going.
It's about growth, okay? It's about growth. If you're not willing to work on yourself and better yourself, then that's on you. But I'm about growth and bettering myself and becoming a better me, period.
Yeah. And so if I'm delivering a message or attempting to deliver a message, if I'm holding a seminar and I'm talking amongst hundreds or thousands of people, right? And I have a message that I got to get across. If I'm talking and I'm delivering that message, and if the room is divided in 4 parts, and this group is saying, hey, we understand. This group is saying, I kind of get it. And these 2 groups don't get it. Okay. Let me try to say this a different way, right? So now I say it a different way. This group gets it, this group gets it, but now these 2 groups are like, kind of get it, but I try to say it a different way. Now this group don't get it, but this group gets it. Meaning you're not going to be able to get your point across to everybody. Your message ain't going to hit home to everybody. Trav, what up? No matter what you do, you're not going to be able to deliver your message to everybody. It's not going to always land home. Some people don't want to understand what you're saying. Make money, what up? Some people got that natural kickback that no matter what you say, because it's you, they don't want to get it. And I deal with that shit a lot. And that's why I generally just don't give a fuck about having to change my message up, especially for those motherfuckers. Because I'm the type of asshole that does this. I'm going to give you exactly what you say you want it. If you say, oh, well, you delivered it so in a way that I don't want to hear it, or it just sounds harsh, okay. Now I'm going to be that super nice asshole guy. Hey, maybe and don't take this the wrong way, because I don't mean any harm when I say this, and I'm coming at you and it's but maybe you should stop acting like such a, you know how my dog, I had a male dog, but I also have a female dog. Maybe you shouldn't act like the one that is more of a female. I think it starts with a bitch.
That's being sarcastic.
Or facetious, right? But I could be that way. And I kind of am that way. But hey, if you don't act like the dog that's opposite of a male, but it's more so on the female side, and I think they have a term in the dictionary for them that starts with the B. If you don't act like that, then maybe you can kind of get your point across, or maybe you can step up and be opposite of a woman. If you take the woe off a woman, and you might be that motherfucker right there, which is called the man. Say it with your chest. Thug life all day. West side. We out here. 2 guns, 4 bullets. Strapped all day, 1 blade. Give me some Blistex, yak. Get that battery in your back. So it's like I don't care to do that, because I'm not gonna sugarcoat. I don't care to tap dance around my words. Like, you're not gonna see me in there doing. I don't care to dance around my words just to make you feel better about yourself, because that's too much time. I burn a brain cell doing that shit. And just to be facetious, sometimes I've actually done it just to prove to them that it's not how it's said neither. It's you. It's you and your bitch ass nigga ways being a bitch ass nigga. Step your bitch ass up. And if it's a bitch, I say it's you being a bitch ass bitch. Like, that's for the males and the females. Like, stop being in your own way. Like, it's to where your ego, that's what it is. Your ego won't let you hear what someone else is saying to you. Because men ain't the only ones with egos. People get caught up in their own ways. They get in front of them, in front of themselves and trip themselves up. I'm not saying that I haven't been that person to do that too, because I have. But I find myself less likely now to be offended by the way you say something to me. Because I had my niggas tell me like, yo, niggas, you need to shut the fuck up and listen to somebody saying to you. I could be like, who the fuck you telling me to shut the fuck up? No. Skirt. Okay. Damn, maybe you're right. All right, let me listen. I have plenty niggas on here who my niggas will be like, yo, nah, nigga, you fucking wildin' because you don't shut the fuck up. Sometimes you don't need to hear what somebody said, da-da-da-da. All right, my bad. What did I miss? They'll break this shit down. Like, damn. Sometimes you gotta be met where you at. And with that being said, 2 words.
Clink. Salute.
Because my liquor gone, I'm gone. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow night because I'm not going to do a show Thursday. I'm going to be inebriated. I would say happy Thanksgiving, but I don't celebrate that shit. Happy Pagan Day, but fuck them. Enjoy your holiday, though, with your family. But I'll see y'all tomorrow. If y'all want to tune in, 9:25, we'll go live. I got some mean topics for y'all. 9:25, we're going to go live. Make sure y'all join. Have people join in. Have people join in. If anyone wants to come to the studio and do the show, let me know. But 9:25, we going live tomorrow. We're going to get this shit popping. I got some mean topics for y'all tomorrow that I knew I wasn't going to do them tonight because I want to do them tomorrow. So I'm not going to do the show Thursday. So tomorrow will be Thursday show. So I fuck with y'all. Thank God for fucking with me. West Side. Peace.